Hello, can you hear me now? Good morning, you guys. I've been talking to myself for how long? For 6 whole minutes. Good morning. Happy Tuesday. Well, I guess I'll repeat everything I said. First of all, there was no catfish nuggets and wine yesterday. That's tomorrow. No, I got a late start this morning and I had to make a phone call before I got on. These one bar pullbacks are going to be the death of me. But anyway, good morning. Good morning, Amelia. Good morning, Applejets. Good morning, Janelle. How are you guys this morning? Not I'm telling y'all my whole story of you. Okay, good morning. I'm here. I was telling y'all my whole story. I was telling y'all about the trades and everything. Uh, just slow. I need to just stop muting the damn mic and just leave it at that because I always forget. Now I'm going to have to go through and freaking. Oh, well, no, I'm not going to do that. I'll just edit it and put text on it to say, hey, the actual stream starts at 6 minutes in. So I was talking to myself. But yeah, so before I got on stream, I had only taken 2 trades and I broke even both times. And I'll show you guys that in just a bit. Just give me a minute. Yeah, so basically, let's go back. So the first trade, this zone wasn't here at the time, but this was the first trade. This is a newer setup. It's a counter trend where the zigzag is actually the same color of my trade direction. And I just kind of discovered this like maybe Thursday that I can actually still take those. So it's going to take me a minute to get used to it. But either way, I was fine with the entry, but you could see that one tick later was the overnight low. So I manually broke even. I didn't really want to take the trade, but I was just like, let's see. And then once I was in it, I was like, I don't know. So I went ahead and I got out of it. And then this second one, I actually accidentally got in late. So I went ahead and broke even. That was a full win. But I had it to break even at the overnight low. But I actually don't think that I have to do that, to be honest with you. I think that the one or two examples that I had of that in my journal had to do with something totally different, but I'm not all the way sure. So, yeah, I'll just have to go back and look at that later, but I'm pretty sure that that does not have to be a thing because it wasn't a thing initially. So, I don't think that it has to be a thing. So, I should have had at least 2 full wins before I got on the stream. There was another trade that but the way that it rotated over my changeover level, I'm not comfortable with taking that one yet, so I won't count that. But I definitely should have had those 2 full wins. And then we just got a win right there. It was a deeper pullback to my major level. It was divergence. And it came a 1 tick from stopping me out right here. But you can see it was divergence, lower high, lower low to higher high. So it was just a deep pullback. And we got that win. So we're here. We are here. But yeah, and that's it. So now we'll just wait for the next setup. Yes, thank you, Amelia. Can't keep up with your schedule in mine. I was close. Yeah, it's gonna be tomorrow. Good morning, Trenches. How are you this morning? Oh, matter of fact, did I text her back and tell her yes? Oh shit, I did. Ooh, I need y'all help with something. Me and my friend have been trying to figure this out since last night, and baby, I can't figure it out, and I'm usually good with stuff like this. Uh, what is that for? Oh, when I went to that pool party. All right. Let me go to my Facebook and grab the picture real quick. It's like one of those little riddles, and I can't figure it out. I don't know if I'm slow or what. Okay, why wouldn't you open, stupid? Y'all gonna laugh at me, because why did I even ask for y'all help with this? Just don't judge me. All right, what does mean? What that mean, y'all? I have been having the hardest time figuring it out. I was like, Diddy ass black 69 black Jesus? I'm confused. What is that? So can I do my work without stewing it? Yes, you can, Applejacks. I literally wrote on the top of my journal page from yesterday, focus, execution. That's it. Executing every trade. That's all I care about. Anything that I'm still trying to figure out how to make it work, I'm cool with. But that more so has to do with like if I have a yellow line drawn, if it goes through the body of my entry candle. Like there's a couple where, for instance, this one, well, that one's a little bit different. Well, like this, how it would rotate, meaning this bar closed on it and this bar will as well. I just need to figure out how to do that, and then I'll be good. But everything that I already have set in stone, even if like yesterday where I didn't realize that I needed to adjust it a little bit because I had rules for my minor and major half trends, but I didn't have it for the how the previous bar hits off the middle half trend. Things like that I am cool with, but I just want to take every trade. Anything that I already have set in stone, take the freaking trade. Don't, if I genuinely miss it, that's another thing, but aside from that, Kendrick Lamar lyrics? Oh, I don't listen to him. Well, that's why. Do I get paid for this help? You will, you will. I'm good. Red on 1PA. I traded, bought at the highs. Don't know why I caught myself before. I just shorted at the lows, though. Well, at least you caught yourself. You make the same mistake twice. I don't know the song well enough to know the line. Okay, well, now I'm going to have to look it up because I feel stupid for not knowing. I don't listen to him. All right, let's see. Kendrick Lamar lyrics. Diddy. Oh, well, that's not it. What does it say? I don't know his lyrics. It's the Drake diss song? Okay. Because I was so stumped, like, what does this even mean? I'm so confuzzled. Okay, I'll find it later then. Oh, price just broke where I wanted it to break. Good. just my yeah, I don't really listen to rap much. At least not today's rap. When I play my playlists of my iTunes, it's all old stuff. 90s, the first, early 2000s. That's about it. I don't go past that. Anything that came out in past my 20s, I probably don't know it. Hmm. Oh, yeah, we're inside of there. All right, we have a chance to reverse here, possibly. For as long as we trade above this yellow line, we might use this as support and head up. I really can't take sales in here unless we're above 830. But if we trade below this level, we'll be good to possibly continue the sell. So we'll see. But this yellow line is where my middle half trend changed back to a downtrend to match the other two. And anytime we start dancing around it and using it as support or resistance, obviously if we're in an uptrend, then we could see a reversal. These are the two levels I have to pay attention to right now. And we're trading back up here at this top one, which is the one that is the most important right now. I'm gonna lock it so I don't accidentally move it. It's only really important for the downtrend though. That one I don't really care about right now. Nope, not taking it. Alright, so now doesn't matter so much because it's moved. Oh, I freaking removed it by accident. Baby mama on Snapchat recording all her delusional activities. My brother parents are getting custody. Oh, good. Yes, that is so important. Alabama/Mississippi could use some help, baby. Listen, I hope I never have to come out of retirement. I loved what I did, don't get me wrong, but no. I think one thing that I never, not that I didn't realize or pay attention to, but the safety risk of working in psych is just on a whole nother level. And it's one of those things where jobs really forget that you're not a robot, you know? Like, I've seen people get fired from psych facilities because, they get hit and they forget they at work and they just, the reflex of hitting back. Now, thankfully, they never got, at least the people that I know of, never got charged, which I'm happy about because, yes, you're there to do a job. However, you're still human and you still have certain reflexes, right? And yeah, it's pretty dangerous. Like, I remember when I was working at the state. Now, this is that job's fault anyway because we had a lot of men that worked in that facility, so it didn't make sense why they did this. But one time they had like a visiting session or whatever, and whenever they did this, they would just have all the family members and the patients that had visitors, they would just have them all in the cafeteria together. And so they had a lot of women escorting these patients and sitting in there with the patients and their families or whatever, which I thought was really stupid because almost every man that worked there were like bigger guys or whatever. So anyway, so these girls were escorting this guy, and so his dad was there, and this guy was like at least, if I'm 5'10", he had to be at least like 6'1", 230. Okay. And he was talking to his dad and he was telling his dad that he wanted to go home. Now, mind you, the dude is like probably at the time he probably was at least 35 to 40, somewhere up in there. But anyway, he was saying that he wanted to go home. Now, mind you, he also has been in this facility for like at least 10 years. What are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? This is your home. And so his dad just kept telling him like, I can't. Now, also the part of the story was he was on his way out at some point. Like, he was very close to getting released. And the way that place worked was when you first came in, you couldn't work or anything like that, and then eventually you can get a job inside of the facility, whether it's like janitorial stuff. We had some people who had psychotic breaks, but they were like financial advisor, they had like some professional roles. So after they're a little leveled out with medication and stuff like that, some of them would have jobs inside of the finance department and just different things like that. They might not be working the numbers or anything, but they try to put them kind of back in some of the roles that they had before they got there, because it is supposed to be a rehab facility. Even though most of those people are not going to be rehabbed to be back out in society, they try to. So this guy was like really close to being released, and basically fondled someone on his way to work or something, and he did it on purpose because he didn't want to be released. But anyway, so fast forward, his dad is there. He's telling his dad he wants to go home, and his dad tells him that he can't. And so when the girls was telling them that the visit was over, he just went and bow, like knocked the girl teeth out, all kind of stuff like that. And it's like, y'all, okay, anybody who works in psych knows that whether you're in a short-term care facility, like even if you're just working in acute care in a hospital, which I have done before, or you work in long-term care, family visits are like the highest like possibility of you getting hit because of all the emotions. Good morning, Granny. Because of all the emotions that come with those family visits, right? Like, I remember when I was working in Springfield in acute care, and I was working on the acute side, because usually in the hospital you have acute care and you have step down. And I remember advocating for myself one day because we had this little girl, and I'm 5'10". She was pretty short. I don't even know if she was 5 feet. If she was, she couldn't have been no taller than 5'2". And you know how when you're in a hospital, how they have those, they call them wows, but it's wows because it's a workstation on wheels. The little computer that they push around to chart and stuff on. So obviously, if I'm extremely tall, I have to have it at my height so that I'm not having bad posture trying to type and things like that. And so she was on a 1-to-1 already. So I don't even know how they allowed her to get this close to me. But she literally reached around my wow, opened up the drawer and got the scissors. Like, and she did it so fast. And I had to like grab her arm because, baby, you're not finna stab me. But it was because they just had a family visit. And it was like, all right, we have it documented that every time she gets a visit from her dad, she just goes insane. So can we just stop allowing her dad to come? Because at this point, it's a safety risk. And if y'all ain't gonna make sure we're protected, I'm just not gonna come. I'm not doing that. Because, baby, let me tell you something. I ain't getting stabbed for no job. Not a nan. Okay? Not a nan. And won't. Mm-mm. I am one of those people where I'm going to make sure myself is saved first. I'm sorry. I am. Now, I hope nothing happens to the rest of y'all, but I'm going to make sure I'm saved first. I don't do that. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Not overachieving with 2 hours of work. Yeah, he knocked her teeth out. And I was like, yeah, I don't got time for that. Mm-mm. But that also comes with just, first of all, paying attention to your surroundings, paying attention to people and their reactions to certain things as well. Like, there were certain things that she probably could have done to attempt to protect herself. Like, first of all, when I'm in a psych facility, I'm not even that close to you. We might be that close for a half a second, especially if I'm working with someone who I know has a history of violence. Now, if I'm in an acute care facility and this person is just in here because they're depressed because they're going through divorce or their kid ran away or something like that, that's a whole different ball game. I'm not really worried about my safety with that. But when you have patients who have a history of violence and things like that, or if they have certain psych disorders that will increase the possibility of them having a psychotic break or just acting out, because a lot of times it's just behavior. They can control themselves. You can look in the eyes of someone who's psychotic and know if they truly can control themselves or if they cannot. Like, I've had all kind of stuff go on, y'all. Like, I remember I had one lady who was pissed because I was forcing her to sleep in the comfort room because I forgot what lie she made up. But I knew that sleeping in the comfort room on that real hard couch, she was going to basically take back everything that she said. And she got mad because she was like, are you going to write me up? After she was so uncomfortable that she finally admitted that she was lying because she kept saying, I want to go to bed. I said, no, I have to worry about your safety. So finally she was like, nurse, it was like midnight. 12:30. Nurse, I have something to tell you, but I was lying. Oh, I knew that. Are you gonna write me up? Yeah, I have to because you lied. And you knew you were lying. And she was mad though because I forgot what she was. She, I think, was somebody who used to, she would, I felt like she would say that she was going to swallow something like as her form of self-harm, but she didn't swallow things. She stuck them up her JJ. But she claimed that she was going to swallow things. So I was like, cool, I'm going to need that Game Boy up off you. What? You can't take my game? Yes, I can. You could swallow it. I can't swallow this. You could swallow anything. You might try. She was so mad, she threw that bitch right at the wall. Almost hit me with it. All right. All right now. Calm it down. Listen, I have some stories for y'all. Working in psych as long as I did, it, look. Look at here, look at here. You would be surprised. You would be surprised. I remember one time, I think it was that same lady actually. She claimed that she was bleeding. And I went to her toilet and I'm like, ma'am, that's the red Kool-Aid we just gave you. What? One time she was screaming, saying that she fell in the shower. I was taking a shower and ma'am, the walls aren't even wet. The floor is not wet. How are you taking a shower and you fell? I'm so confused. Genuinely. Good morning, Christian. How have you been? Good morning. Good morning. How are you? Oh, yeah, as a purse baby, let me tell you something. You just broke even trenches. What were you in, a buy or sell? So, that same lady that liked to stick things up there, I remember one time she said that she had a spoon, like a plastic spoon, in her vajayjay. And so I thought she was lying. I'm not going to lie to you. I thought she was lying. But I was like, okay, well, we have to see. Now, I ain't no gynecologist. I ain't going up in there. But if you could push it to the surface and I see it, I'll grab it. I'll pull it out. It's fine. Cool. So we got this lady in her hospital bed on her back giving birth to a spoon. And every time it got right to the surface and I could see like the little bit of white part, it would be out enough to where I could attempt to grab it and she would suck it right back up. So after like 10 minutes, I said, all right, I'm not doing this. I asked her, how long has the spoon been there? Like 2 days. Well, baby, it's going to stay in there a third day because you're going to get a doctor to do that. And so I remember the supervisor that night was a guy. And he was like, well, did you get it out? I said, no, I wrote an incident report. She said, it's been there for 2 days. Well, why didn't you get it out? I said, I'm not a gynecologist. I'm not going up in there so she can go around telling everybody, Nurse Amber went up. No. And plus, you know, a lot of people, just in general, obviously, no matter where you work in healthcare, but a lot of psych patients have dealt with different traumas, whether it's sexual trauma, sexual assault, like just different things like that. So you have to be extremely, extremely careful. And like I said, you have people in everyday life who deal with that, but especially with psych patients, a lot of them started declining after like certain things like that would happen, especially if they were children at the time and stuff like that. So it's like, no, I know she has trauma in regards to that and all other kind of stuff. And I'm not going to nobody's vajayjay to get a plastic spoon. No. Now she got skills. Now she gonna be sick, baby. Listen, I've worked with people who swallow things from batteries to listen, I watched someone on a videotape swallow a bed sheet. Okay? A bed sheet. Ripped off like a strip about that wide and super long and just, but they didn't have a gag reflex really anymore because they had been swallowing so many things in their lifetime and having to, you know, have different things done to get them out, that the gag reflex was practically non-existent. And TV antennas, batteries, crayons, to where we had to make sure that all their utensils were edible. I mean, everything you can think of. Like the way that people self-harm, it's unimaginable. Like a lot of people, when they think of self-harm, they just think of like cutting, or, you know, you have some people that will beat their head into walls and different things like that. Like there is so much more than physical self-harm that you can, you know, see, like you're hitting yourself. And there's so much more. So much more. All right, I can't take that. Not yet. Oh, wait. Wrong thing. I'm looking at the wrong thing. Opposite. I still can't take it though, but. Okay, we've pushed further. Okay. All right. Well, that just invalidated it. I was looking for the sale at different areas. First, I was looking for the rejection right here that ended up just being an outside bar. I was looking for a rejection here. But us pushing up where we are now is not really the problem. The problem is the volume pattern of the ABC swing. A, B, and what would be C. Yeah, that volume pattern doesn't work for us where the zone is right now. So I have to sit out. It's basically what I'm looking for when we push all the way back to the zone. If we're going to reverse off of it, I want the volume of this swing to be more than this one, and for this one to be more than this one. So like a succession, basically. I want it to gradually get bigger. But instead, we push through the zone. So no trend bias, uptrend. I'm going to lock that one. I need to start doing that. But yeah, Janelle go take a nap. Ay, ay, ay. But yeah, I've dealt with a lot. I remember I've taken care of men who we've had to put on birth control because they are deviants, and it's a way of trying to suppress some of their testosterone to kind of make them not be that way. Yeah. It's been quite a journey. Quite a journey. Alright, that counts for that. Oh, don't tell me. One more tick and it'll push the stop loss to break even. Alright. Where the hell? Oh, it's over here. Alright, we had another two little quick trades right there. So this one was just a pullback. PLC was in the body with seller's volume, so we were attempting to trap them, which we did, and then we had a quick little divergence trade shortly after. PLC was in the body with buyer's volume, so it was a quick trap for them as well. And now we wait for the next setup. I never thought I'd get to see the point of rolling my eyes at seeing an ICT like, ooh, not you rolling your eyes at your Lord and Savior. Hold on, what is he doing? What is him doing? I'm weak. Girl, what is he doing? Everyday stream since Monday last week. He did 2 yesterday, dog. Go away. How many people do he have in there? Let me go check. I need to go log into everybody else's streams too. Oh my goodness. Wait, I already got Alpine's up. There's and methodical. Is he live right now? Oh no, he got off. Oh, he's doing a 2024 mentorship. Does he do a mentorship every year? The views he gets is insane. Insane. Let's see. Red, green, green. Right? Am I tripping? Red, green, green. Volume same. If we're gonna reverse, I need for it to start. I need the price to come up a lot higher. I don't. So anytime like I'm in a divergence like this, I don't like to take it where this rotation level goes through the body of my entry candle. Now, if it wicks off of it, fine, but I don't like it going through the body. So since we've pushed up far enough where it's going to be the body no matter what, I really need to see it push a lot further up, because obviously I would have to break even at this rotation level since we're getting into a sell and it's a buy rotation level. With it being a double bottom middle, there's something specific I have to look for as well. So yeah. But I want to see it get far enough away, and the POC's not what I'm looking for right now anyway. It's wick opposite, and I don't want that, so. Alright, well, that's that. And this is definitely not valid. Yeah, there's no way that this buy here would be validated. Yep. Because I was looking for two totally different things, basically. Like, because we had a double bottom start, I wanted the POC to be in the wick of the entry candle. But because we were rotating over a level, which right now is the VWAP, I wanted it to be in the body. So those two things counteract each other, and it would be a loss. Gonna break even. Yep. The way we touched that buy rotation level, I just knew it. And as much as I don't like breaking even there, I think I need to keep that as a thing to break even at, because it kind of makes sense, honestly. It's just really annoying, but you're not really ever guaranteed to push through. As much as I wanted it to push through, it did not. It did not. It's all good though. It's all good. Yeah, I honestly think that that's going to be a thing of mine, is just to, because what I used to do was like, all right, well, this is a buy rotation level, so I would just stay in the trade and only break even if it's a sell rotation level there. But the reality is, this rotation level is telling me that we're not really going to continue the uptrend unless we trade above it, right? So it can act as a level of resistance when we hit it, which is exactly what it just did here. So yeah. And plus, the POC for this trade was in the wick and it was already sellers volume. So the sellers were already in control. I was trying to trap them. So maybe it's a little bit different. Like if the buyers were in control of my entry bar, that might be a little bit different. Maybe then we would have a high chance of pushing through, but the sellers were already in control. So I didn't really want to chance it. It made no sense to, honestly. So we just didn't do it. We just didn't do it. But I could tell we were going to push pretty hard off of that. So maybe that's something that I'll pay attention to. Like, if the buyer's in control, we're coming up on a buy rotation level. I'm still going to break even for now with all of them, but yeah, maybe I'll treat it a little bit different for those cases versus if the opposite people are in control of my entry bar. We'll see. How's NQ today? Oh, wait. Good morning, True Seeker. Let me see. Spending every day. You've done mentorships already. We get it. It's for the views. You know that, girl. He trying to get him some more monies. He was supposed to come out with a book. Where's the book? Where is he in the Robbins Cup? Yeah, good morning, True Seeker. Janelle, NQ is not half bad, to be honest with you. I actually have been loving the price action today. Let me see. I've now taken 6 trades. But 2 of my break evens, I think we're actually supposed to, well, I know for sure one of them would have been a full win. I got in late, and when I realized it, I went ahead and broke even. I was like 6 ticks into, I didn't realize the bar closed that fast. The other one, like I told y'all, I broke even because it hit the overnight low and I was in a sell. And I thought that I needed to do that. But when I'm going to go back right after when I journal to look at those couple of instances, because it didn't happen often. I'm going to look for those couple of things in my trade journal, because I'm pretty sure that the losses that occurred with those has something to do with my actual setups needing to be completely reworked. Because I'm pretty sure it happened on one of the 2 reworks that I had to do this weekend. So we'll see. But yeah, it has not been bad at all. Back small red, trying to trade and cook a 6-year-old waffles and grits. I need to have a trading show. Now, you know you do that. Your baby gonna be the star of the show, right? Not Janelle coming back to check on her ex. I'm weak. Not her ex. How's crude oil today, Janelle? It's not a choppy mess. Oh yeah, it's not. I feel like at the beginning of the session it was a little, maybe that was the 5-minute I was looking at. One of these charts. Or maybe I was looking at the wrong thing. I don't know. One of these charts though, I feel like when I looked at it, I was like, I don't know. Let me see. Oh, it was the 1 minute chart. It was around here that I looked at. I said, oh my God, we might be choppy again today. But once we had this breakout here, it's kind of been fine ever since. Had a little choppiness there, push through, a little consolidation, another push through. So yeah, it hasn't been that bad today at all. At all. Right now, I am in a consolidated area where I can't take trades though, so I'll just pop a squat. Because this is the zone where we initially changed to an uptrend back here. And this bottom zone is where we would change to a downtrend. So we're kind of like in a place where we need to figure out if we're going to use this as support and keep pushing up, or if we're going to break through and hit that downtrend. I need to I cannot see those markers over there. I thought I changed it, but apparently I not. I did not. All right, that's better. You guys can see the entry and exit now. Yeah, I could do the same over here. All right, that'll make it a lot better. So in order for me to start taking buys, I need price to break 809 basically. I got two levels. My middle half trend needs to change back to an uptrend because the other two are uptrends and that one's a downtrend. So whenever that middle level is opposite, that's when I notice that we get the most consolidation until we kind of figure out what we're gonna do. So we break here, it changes to an uptrend to match the other three. However, we do have the sell pressure or downside pressure line, whatever you call it. I call it seller pressure. We have the seller pressure line up there because we broke the top of the zone back here, but we didn't fully push through. So that paints the downside pressure line up there. So let's see what kind of consolidation we get. But I'm going to sit on my hands until we figure it out. And let me go get some more water real quick. I'll be right back. Having a good trading day. Today's just great. Yes, ma'am. You are absolutely correct. I'm back and we've done nothing. All right, let me go back. Up 1270. Past the top step eval. Yeah, she is back on her shit. Don't play with her. Made 2,300 in oil on your personal account yesterday, baby. NQ who? I love it. Congratulations. Who do you have you have it with Tradeovate, right? Your personal account. I was thinking of starting a personal account with 10K. Ooh, Janelle. Let Apple Jackson know. I'm definitely going to put a certain percentage of payouts to the side to fund my personal account now that I have access to it again, since I'm on the newer version of NinjaTrader. But that's another reason why my focus has just been, let's get this strategy fixed and finalized, because I mean, props are great, don't get me wrong, and I want to continue leveraging props, but just being able to be back in my personal account is going to be the best thing ever. And the cool thing is I will be able to copy trade, since I can connect to my personal account and Rhythmic at the same time. Yeah. So I'll obviously start off, crossing from minis to micros. And yeah. Can I... I thought there was a remove and replace. Maybe not. Alright, we're still in a place I can't trade at the moment. Oh, you can. Alright, let me see if this worked. Yep, it did. Yeah, so I can cross over to my personal account. I don't have it on here right now mode. I forget how you do. I think it's size or something. No, it's not size. It's something else. Oh, there's a setting in here that I don't have on right now. But if I was to put that setting on, then it would allow me to have on the personal line to trade the micros to cross it or whatever. Y'all can see my PA is still sitting there all fresh. I took one trade on there. I think it was I'm pretty sure I just traded a micro flip that day because I thought my strategy was ready and it was not. That was months ago. But yeah. And then I just really love this button right here. It sounds so stupid, but I do, because if you need a flip day, you could literally just click this button, and any account that you didn't trade on yet, it'll trade a micro for you, get in and get out real quick. So you could do it based off of the PAs, the evals, or if you want all of them, you just click this button right here, get you in and out, and you're good to go. But yeah. Alright, let me get... What is 20? Oh, 24 is the one that I failed a couple of days after the renewal, because I thought the renewal date was a different one. I also need to... Well, I can't put it on there right now, but I'm going to also make sure that I put like the daily... I don't know. I still don't know if I'm going to do that. I was going to say put the daily goal on there so that it doesn't trade the accounts once it hits a certain profit target for the day. I keep saying I'm going to do it, but I'm still toying back and forth. I don't know. Because if it's a day like today, for instance, what, two of my trades were supposed to be full wins, but I manually broke even on them. So that's another, what is it? 172.04 plus where we're at right now, which is what? 261.12. I should be at 433 per account right now in profit. And it's like, well, you want to stop yourself at 350. Do you really want to do it? Maybe I'll just have a slightly higher number, like 450 or something. I don't know. But I think the way that chart, or not chart trader, that's the risk manager. I think the way it works is if you're in a trade and you hit that daily goal, I feel like it closes you out of the trade. I don't know if it closes you out while you're in the trade or if it just waits until you're flat and then just doesn't allow you to get into any more trades on that account anymore. Unless you obviously go in and change the settings, but yeah. You only trade twice a month in the account. Do you feel like you might start trading a little bit more often if you're only trading crude oil and your strategy's working so well with it? Only traded a few times a month. Okay, now NQ is a little garbage. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, once we got, I'll tell you exactly when I knew I couldn't trade anymore for a minute, around 8:57 or 8:57, 9:57. So once we hit here, this is when my middle half trend changed to a downtrend, and which was fine. But once the minor one changed back to an uptrend and the other ones didn't, like, yeah, I knew the consolidation was coming. But it looks like we are coming to a point of breaking one of the two levels I said we needed to break. So we had all the consolidation for as long as I said. Now we just broke to where all of my levels are the correct colors. They all match now. However, we still have some resistance up here to break at 808.75. So we'll see. We will see. But I definitely want to see us push past that because this can still give us some consolidation. Like that, that's nasty work. And we're having an immediate rejection off of where my middle trend changed to an uptrend to match the other, so that can signal a reversal. So I'll have to just sit and wait to see what price is gonna do. Inside the change zone. Oh yeah, I have to go through TradeZella today. Hopefully I have time today. It's a couple of things I want to do today, but I need to go through TradeZella and fix my playbooks to match the reworks that I did this weekend, which means that every trade that I've executed in those playbooks, I need to redo them. I don't have to redo them in the actual journal, but just inside of the playbook. So I'll have to do a little rework of that. I'm pretty sure there's trades that I have marked under the invalid trade playbook that are now valid. And they should all be some of the wins that's in there, but oh, I forgot to even go ahead. I hate when I go on people's streams and I see that they're red for the day. I kind of like don't want to say good morning because it's not really good morning. Is that weird? Oh, looks like Methodical Man's doing a giveaway for a free 50K account with Take Profit Trader. All right, we are at the level now. Let's see if we can push through here. Get rid of the old levels up there. My chicken salad over the weekend also has. Okay, wait, Applejacks. Now, you just put anything in your chicken salad. You done went from grapes to apples, baby. What? What the hell? I ate it inside a croissant. Baby, you different. You'll be trading oil every week on my personal account. Prop firms. Everyone is waiting for it. Yeah, Amelia. Sometimes those FOMC days, it's like, so you ain't want to do nothing until these people came and talked. Yeah, hopefully it's not too bad in the morning because I guess we'll see. We'll see. I'm going to be annoyed if it's super choppy because everybody's waiting until the afternoon. Maybe like 2 more days of trading. Every day I forget and I get caught. The live trailing drawdown is mental hell for me. That's understandable. A lot of people don't like it. That's why a lot of people don't like Apex. And to me, if you're an intraday swing trader, I don't blame you. I wouldn't like it either. I feel like it only doesn't bother me because I'm scalping. So my trailing drawdown can't really move very much. It's only moving when I'm losing. You know what I mean? Because, I mean, you think about it. Either I'm losing trailing drawdown because I've lost a trade, obviously, or even if I have a trade that's a break even, like an auto break even, I've only gone 16 ticks in profit to come back to 1 tick to break even. So it's not going to move very much for me, you know? All right. We finally have the breakout. And this is what I called earlier. We needed to break the first level there and the second level with the seller pressure line, and then we would be all right. We chopped until we did that. We touched it, came back, created the pullback, and we're good now. Or are we? That was a hard lesson learned. Yeah, Amelia. I've had times like that where, like before I had the news indicator blaring at me on my charts and all of that, I still do it even to this day. Like I write down in my physical journal, I write down at the top of the page what the news is for the day. But if I don't look at it, if I don't look at my trade journal while I'm trading, what does it matter? I've even had times where like I have the news indicator on my chart, right? And because I didn't have the, like, maybe the news sound wasn't working at the time or something like that, I've definitely had times where there was news and I just completely forgot about it. It's sitting right here in my face, but because the sound didn't go off for it, I just, yeah, just completely forgot about it. Yep. Completely forgot. That is, all right, that's correct. Cool. Coolio. But yeah, getting stuck in news, especially when it's some high impact news. But for me, I have to have very strict trading times in regards to news just because I am scalping. And so when the book is getting so much thinner to prepare for news, I can get screwed really quickly. So that's why I have like the certain stop and restart times. So I stop a minute before low impact. I changed it to 2 minutes because I had a trade that I remember I lost. I executed it at 9:28 and there was 9:30 low impact news, but it was, I believe it was a pullback to my major level. It was either the middle or the major, and after the rework I realized it didn't fit the new rework stuff. So yeah, I can go back to what I was doing before. Stop 1 minute before low impact, 2 minutes, no, 5 minutes before medium impact, and 7 minutes before high impact news. And then I can restart 1 minute after low and then 2 minutes after medium and high. Just kind of go from there. Not do a chicken salad channel. I'm weak. I was learning futures. The person I learned from never even brought up news. Really? That's crazy. Screenshot the news events for the day and make that the first thing in my journal, but it's so routine. Sometimes I don't pay attention. Yeah. Because I even write it down at the beginning of every week. So when I make my sheet at the beginning of every week, and this is the one where I track my P&L and my balances every day. So I do that, and then of course every day has its own page, but I always write down all the news events for the week. And I try to start like paying attention to the days where it's FOMC. I don't know if you could see that, because I don't ever write down if there's any news outside of the time that I trade. I don't even write it down, to be honest with you, whether it's 7:30 news, whatever. But I do want to start at least writing down when there's some kind of FOMC news that Wednesday afternoons, just because we all notice that the market could be super choppy because everybody's waiting. So I at least want to have that written down. But aside from that, I don't really pay attention to any news that happens outside of my trading times. Let's see. Still got a little bit of choppiness, just a tad. But it's just how it keeps reacting off of these changeover levels. And I'm not really a fan of like when we get the single like the buyer pressure, seller pressure line. When I say single, I mean because it didn't create a zone, right? Because I created a zone with one of my other indicators in conjunction with that one. So whenever we have a singular level like that, I'm real careful because I don't really like trading near it that much. It can offer a level of support, obviously, but you have to be real careful. Real careful. I mean, right now the trade is invalidated because my minor trend changed twice. It changed from a downtrend to an uptrend and an uptrend back to a downtrend. So I'm not going to take the trade regardless here, but just got to be a little weary, just a tad. Sell, buy, sell. So that wouldn't be divergence either anyway, because we got a higher high in between two lower lows. That was still the original level. Yeah, I'm not worried about taking trades at all until we break here. But we got a break. And this is gonna try to change to a downtrend almost at the exact same level of where we changed to an uptrend here. So that's the original zone, and we just overlapped. Let's see. The rules which fit me a lot better. Afternoon stuff I don't care about as much as I don't trade after lunch usually. Exactly. Any recommendations on a website for current stock market news other than Yahoo Finance? Have you tried investing.com? Yeah, I use Forex Factory for just the regular news, which is what this thing says faireconomy.media, but when you go to that, it's literally forexfactory.com. But as far as stock, I feel like investing.com, if I'm not mistaken. Let me go see. I just don't like investing.com to look at the news that we would look at on Forex Factory. And I only don't like that because they classify their news events a lot different than Forex Factory. And like you said, Amelia, where you learned about high impact news from someone and the way that they trade it, it fits more with your style. My style fits more with Forex Factory than investing.com, because let's say Forex Factory will say something's low impact and investing.com will show that it's medium or high impact. Well, obviously, like I told you guys, I stop trading and restart trading based on what classification the news event is. So I was finding myself with investing.com, I'm stopping way too early because they said that it's high impact. So I'm stopping 7 minutes early, but it's low impact on Forex Factory. And those extra 6 minutes, I had valid trades that won. You know what I mean? So I personally like Forex Factory, but I know, let's see, with investing.com, you can look at like the earnings calendar, the economic calendar, you can look at dividends, all of that kind of stuff. So I would say try there. I would definitely say try there. But if you want to look at news events for futures trading, for what we're doing, I would say stick with Forex Factory. As crazy as that sounds, but yeah. That's just what I would do personally. Alright. We're kind of back at the we might consolidate like we did back here. We're kind of creating that same thing that we created literally at the exact same level actually. So I'll just kind of sit it out, and we only have 15 minutes left, so we'll see what happens. But I would need it to break 1450 as well as 820 before I can look for buys. We did it last time and we didn't really last very long. Broke it here. We traded. We had one pullback above it and just immediately started pushing down again. So it definitely was a rejection. Yeah, I see a lot of people use financial juice in like discords and stuff. Trade everything but Forex. I'm a market nomad. The only land I'm not interested in is Forex. That's funny. Yeah, Forex is not my zhush at all. I don't know. It's just something about currency pairs I'm not the most fond of. I mean, when I did trade Forex, I mainly paid attention to, I actually traded a lot of pairs, but GJ was my favorite because it kind of was like Nasdaq where it moved the most for the most part. But yeah, GBP, JPY, GBP, NZD, GBP, AUD. I also liked Euro, Aussie dollar, USD, JPY was cool most of the time. GBP, USD, I don't know if I said that one, but really any GBP pair I liked. And I tell you what I didn't like. AU, the Aussie dollar versus the US dollar. If you want to watch paint dry, that's what you watch. And then, once the CFDs came, it was cool. But it's like, well, if I'm going to trade that, I might as well just go back to futures. Might as well. What I would like to see, I want to see someone recreate this for futures. But I think I've showed you guys this before. I'm not sure, but I don't know if you can embed indicators in NinjaTrader like you can on MT4. Hold on. Oh, it's not going to show the proper picture, is it? Hold on, I'm trying to find the picture that I want you guys to see. Your love's like honey. Alright, here it goes. Since we're in a place where I can't trade anyway, might as well. I want to see someone recreate this. Oh, fuck. Now I just lost the spot. Hold, please. It's this. What I really liked about this was it was embedded into your chart. So it wasn't something where like you had to go inside the indicator and do it or anything, but you could do this based off of typing in whatever levels that you wanted, or you could just drag and drop the lines or whatever. But either way, this would tell you what your contract size, well, lot size in Forex, but it would tell you what your lot size needed to be, which was cool because obviously, when you're trading currency pairs, different currency pairs have different, exchange rates and just different things like that, value per pip or, value per pip. And so you do have that a little bit in futures, right? Because you might have one that's $5 per tick, one is $12.50 per tick, one is $31.50 per tick, one is $10 or 10 cents per tick. So it just kind of depends, right? But this was a really, really nice tool to have. And you would just type in what percentage of your capital you wanted to risk. And it would tell you what the risk is in dollars. And then it would tell you what your position size was. I used this so much when I was trading Forex. It was a lifesaver. Okay. Loved it. But I want to see somebody recreate that for NinjaTrader. I don't know if it's possible though. I don't know if it's possible, but it would be nice. It would be nice. I do know, like with the ATM, can't you? I know with the ATM and NinjaTrader, you can do it based off of percent. You can, but I don't know how accurate it is because I don't ever use it. I don't ever use it. So I don't know. Alright, did I lock? I did not lock this one. Lock it. Alright, let's see what we do with a pullback. It's only 8 minutes left. I don't really know if I want to take any more trades, but if the opportunity presents and it's a perfect setup where I don't have any question about it, I'll take it. Yeah, Forex is way too scammy. It's just you're cool on regulated brokers, especially if it's a if it's a US regulated broker like Oanda and stuff like that. But you lose out on so much leverage when you are trading on the regulated brokers versus the unregulated, and that's where it kind of gets a little screwy. But I don't know, aside from that, it's not too horrible. Oh, you really want me to take a trade, huh? I'm not taking that one though. That's one that I'm confused about. I'm not doing it. The whole pip thing was like, what? Yeah. And I'm gonna tell you the one thing that I hate about Forex people is I hate when they say I risked 10 cents because they did what is it, a mini lot? I feel like it's a mini is zero point 0.1 lots. And they'll be like, I risked 10 cents. You did not risk 10 cents. Now, if you say you risk zero point 0.1 lots, that's a whole nother thing. But don't say you risked 10 cents to make 500. You did not. Because first of all, that's usually $10 per pip, right? And what was your stop loss? Like, y'all just talk about whatever that little number is, your lot size that you see, but that has nothing to do with what you actually risk, baby. Mm-mm. That used to really piss me off. Or when they would trade a zero point 0.01 lot size and be like, I risked a penny. That's not a penny. That's 10 cents per pip. And what was your stop loss? Oh, that used to irritate me so bad. And I even still see there are people who have been trading Forex for a long time and even create Forex content. Like just last week or the week before, one of them was talking about how they switched over from Forex to futures or whatever. And when he was referring to Forex, he said something about a 10 cent lot size. I wanted to go through that screen and just grab him by the neck. Like, stop it. I don't know why that bothers me so much. It probably bothers me even more than people who write risk to reward backwards. I am so sick of people saying they do a 3-to-1 and it's really a 1-to-3. Like, we read from left to right, right? It's risk to reward. So if you are risking less than your reward, you shouldn't be saying that you do a 3-to-1. That means you risk 3 times your reward. But it'd be simple shit like that that irritates me. Don't judge me. Just don't. Just don't even judge. But yeah, those 2 things really bother me. Alright, I couldn't get into that one. Please don't win. Please don't win. This is one that I still a little confuzzled about. And it won like a dirty bastard. Let me make sure it fit my rules. Yeah. The only reason why I didn't want to take it because that yellow line's going through the body of that candle, and that I don't know how I want to trade it at that half trend. I have a way to trade it at my major half trend, but that one was at the middle one. So, and I just don't know. That could just be one of those fluky ones that just decided to win today. But I haven't really looked over that one yet. So there's no rules for it just yet. And I guess I could write that down as something to look at today. I don't really have much I need to look over. I looked over those couple of things yesterday, so. That's why I didn't do it. Just to open up that 94. I would have looked to possibly take this trade if we didn't have a push off of that solo green line up there. And you see I would have lost, but I don't really deal with the push off of that, so. And there was a double top middle as well, which for this particular setup I haven't really looked at much. This was definitely a trap. Trap the sellers temporarily. All right, it's 10:45. We have a green day again finally, because I think my last 3 trading sessions were red days. After starting this order flow so well, we just hit a little wall temporarily. All right, so that's the end of the session. I took 6 trades today. I won 3, broke even on 3. And 2 of those should have been full wins, but we ain't gonna harp on that. But yeah, overall a pretty good session. I didn't have any trades after 9:56, except I think there was maybe one that I might have questioned. I don't remember. But whatever, it's all good. Let me show you guys the accounts, which we almost made back what I lost yesterday. So not too shabby. Well, I did on the first account, but I definitely, what the hell? Why do I do that? I definitely did on the 22 account, because I lost 211 on that account, But I lost more on this account, I remember, because there was an extra loss in there because when I got a break even on this when it was the entry for that one and it just went right against me. But yeah, overall, not a horrible day. We are almost back at full drawdown on that account. So, like Amelia said earlier, hopefully tomorrow we have a pretty decent morning session, despite having FOMC tomorrow afternoon, but we'll see. But I hope you guys enjoyed the stream, and yeah, please like the video on your way out if you haven't already. Subscribe if you haven't already. But other than that, I'll see you guys bright and early tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye, guys.